Alrighty, first of many videos, Mindful Expedition channel. Maybe for episode 1, maybe episode 2, we'll see. Well, today I'll be talking about expedition behavior. So this is the number of rules of expedition behavior. That's 10 rules to be exact. 10 rules of, it's called The Final Points by Howard Toom. So I'll be talking about, it's a pretty old school way of how people should act within an expedition. And in an expedition, it's always high pressure environment, in remote environment, to really extreme cold, really extreme hot in the edges of the world. So I'm just gonna carry on reading this, and you tell me what you think. A good expedition team is like a powerful, finely tuned marriage. Members cook cereal together, face challenges together, and finally go to bed together. A bad expedition, on the other hand, is an ugly, embarrassing thing categorized by bickering, filth, frustration, and crispy macaroni. So it really tells you gotta be a good cook in an expedition. Nearly all bad expeditions have one thing in common: poor expedition behavior, or if you can put it in here, EB. This is true even if team members follow the stated rules, such as no standing on the rope, no kerosene in the fuel, no soap in the river, no raccoons in the tent, and keep your goddamn ice axe out of my eye. So in these type of environments, there's a lot of rules which you do have to follow, but it is these set of rules that maintains the sanity of a long expedition in your team. So you're on a trip with a group of friends, maybe a group of friends that bonds really well, but in an urban environment. Put them in an environment with high pressure and high stress, remotes. You're gonna have to follow these certain rules because it's not the same, So unfortunately, too many rules of expedition behavior remain unspoken. Some leaders seem to assume that their team members already have strong and generous characters like their own, but judging from a few of the campers we've encountered, more rules ought to be spelled out, and here are 10 of them. Rule number 1, get the hell out of bed. All right? Get the hell out of bed. Suppose your tent mates get up early to fetch water and fire up the stove while you lie comatose in your sleeping bag. As they run an extensive equipment check, coil ropes, and fix your breakfast, they hear you snoring. Last night you were their buddy, and now they're listening things about you that make them want to spit in your face. That last part, I add that part. No, I didn't spit in your face, just want to spit. They will devise cruel punishments for you. You have earned them. Have you gotten out of bed? No one would have to suffer. So in many expeditions that I've been on, I've actually learned to do more than what I'm supposed to do. So it really makes morale higher and really gives you more respect. So let's say if it wasn't my duty to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning to start the fire to make breakfast for everybody. It's not my duty, but I see it's raining and it's gonna be harder to start a fire for the breakfast team. So I'll get up for breakfast. I'll get up before breakfast and help the breakfast team to make a fire as well. So in the end, we all get breakfast in time, and at the same time, I would build a rapport and build respect among my teammates, and I become a functioning member of the team. Rule number 1, get the hell out of bed. Rule number 2, do not be cheerful before breakfast. This is a funny one. Some people wake up perky and happy as fluffy bunny rabbits. They put stress on those who wake up mean as rabid wolverines. Exhortations such as rise and shine, sugar, and greet the dawn, pumpkin, have been known to provoke pungent expletives from wolverine types. These curses in turn may offend fluffy bunny types. Indeed, they are issued with sincere intent to offend. Thus, the day begins with a flying fur and hurt feelings. The best early morning expedition behavior, or EB, is simple: be quiet. So, rule number 2, not everybody is a morning person, all right? I don't know if it's scientifically explained, or I don't know why it is. I can be a morning person if I want to. If I had like a good sleep, I am quite a morning person, but not a lot of people are. A lot of people take some time for them to really get up, to be awake, have their cup of coffee, have the breakfast, then they've all perked up. So it's important to be very mindful of the mornings, right? Be peaceful, soak everything in, be mindful of your colleagues, your expedition buddies, and just mind your own business. Let them take the time. It's not their fault, and it's not nice to poke it in your faces. Rule number 3, don't complain about anything ever. It's 10 below zero, visibility is 4 inches, and wind-driven hailstones are embedded in your face, like right here. Must you mention it? Do you think your friends haven't noticed the weather? Make a suggestion, tell a joke, lead a prayer. Do not lodge a complaint. No complaints, all right? Yes, your pack weighs 87 pounds. Now, well, I don't know what pounds in kilograms, probably about 40 kilograms. Yeah, 30 to 40 kilograms. And your cheap backpack straps are actually cutting into your flesh. Were you promised a personal Sherpa? No! So don't complain. Listen, bad energy is the worst thing that can ever happen in any expedition, in any trip, even a normal holiday trip. If someone complains, it fucks your whole trip altogether. All right? Don't be that guy or girl, okay? Stop complaining. Tell a joke. Deal with it, all right? Makes you stronger. What do when I get stressed? I laugh. I laugh at it because I'm so miserable and I'm so hurt. It hurts so much and I fucking hate it. But I laugh because it's funny, all right? I laugh. It makes other people laugh, and it makes the mood go bigger, and the energy in the whole expedition is just much more fun. No matter how worse it, even if it's death, like stuck in a blizzard in the middle of a mountain, you have no way of help, no way to rescue. It's always so important to keep the morale high. Tell a joke, laugh about it. That's the best thing you can do within the circumstances. So, fuck yeah. Right, rule number 4. Oh, we've got plenty to go. Learn to cook at least one thing right. The expedition. Oh, this is my favorite. I love this. Learn to cook at least one thing right. One expedition trick is so old that it's no longer amusing. On the first cooking assignment, the clever cook prepares a dish that resembles, say, burnt sock sauce. Burnt sock sauce. The cook hopes to be relieved permanently from cooking duties. This is the childish approach to a problem that has been with us since people first started throwing lizards into the fire. Tricks are not part of the team spirit. If you don't like to cook, offer to wash dishes, prepare one thing you do know how to cook, even if it's only tea. Remember that talented camp cooks sometimes get invited to join major expeditions in Nepal, and with all expenses paid. So, learn how to cook, ladies and gentlemen. Learn how to cook. It's so important, okay? Like, learn how to cook one thing, even if it's instant noodles or good Thai tea or even rice. Like making good food, like it's one of the biggest morale boosts that you can have by the end of the trip. Like had my expedition training in Costa Rica, and we do this 5-day multi-static camp, and every day through the jungle without a trail. This is trailblazing. Long day with 30 to 40 kilogram backpacks full of food, and by the end of the day, nothing sucks worse than having shitty food. All right, like please hone the skills to cook good food. Use whatever resources you have online and learn how to cook. And bonus skill, I'm a damn good cook. Okay, I cook amazing Asian. I don't mean to toot my own horn here, but I like my cooking. So, and I travel around the world with this skill in my back, and I get free accommodation and food from friends and family or people whom I don't even know but introduced just because I can cook. So in return for accommodation and food for me, I will cook you a meal, multiple meals. It's fun for me. It's good for them. I build rapport, build a relationship, builds a good communication with each other. It's a damn good skill to have. So fuck jar sauce and fuck all these instant stuff. Learn how to cook good food and learn the basic fundamental elements of cooking basic food. Rice, your lentils, pasta, all these simple things. Learn how to cook, all right? Spices, chili, Indian spices, you got multitudes of things. Multitudes. All right, rule number 5. Either A, shampoo, or B, do not remove your hat for any reason. So now I think we're talking about hygiene here. After a week or so on the trail without shampooing, hair forms angry clumps and wads. These leave the people beneath looking like an escapee from a mental ward. Such an appearance could shake a team's confidence in your judgment. If you can't shampoo, pull a wool hat down over your ears and leave it there night and day for an entire expedition. I've got a few questions about this. I don't know if they're talking about your appearance or the smell or basically your hygiene, but basically I'm just going to extract what I think is the right thing to do. Is hygiene is quite important because not only of how you look, but how you smell, and that smell can permeate the entire room. So imagine you fucking stink and you haven't shampooed or you soap the entire week and you fucking stink. Some people have the worst body odor. I've met people with like pungent, acid, sour body. Oh, it's disgusting. I can't even fill up the entire top floor. I cannot. I still remember my uni days. Anyway, so yeah, be mindful of the smell that if you can smell yourself, you fucking smell, right? So take note from time to time of these things, because tiny bits and pieces of things such as even smell really makes a difference. And it's maybe how you look. Well, thing is, you're in an expedition. You're not dressing up or getting ready for a prom or for a dinner date. You don't really have to look good. You know, at least smell good. You don't have to look, you're 100%. Smell your 100%. You can't smell 100%. Make yourself smell 100%. Use deodorant, use soap, take a shower, go for a dip in the river. All right. So this is rule number 5. I will stop there. This is part 1. I'll make part 2 in the next video now.